And good morning. I am the Cornbread Matt. I am not Biscuit Boy. I will fix that in a moment. I was in the studio late last night and just catching up, but we'll fix that now. And enjoyed my time with Biscuit Boy last night on two shows. We had a good time, and we hope that you're having a great day after Christmas. We hope your Christmas went well and that you enjoyed your time together with family. I was pretty tired. We'd had a long day. That's just the way those things go, especially if you're doing a lot of cooking and stuff. And that's kind of what was happening for me. So, but the day after the recovery, we have some things we want to. Good morning, LifeWave. There on Instagram. We have some things we're going to be trying to get done today. Our hope is to be to lay flowers today at the grave of Little Mary Fagan. We hope to do that, and we'll get some video from there. Might even go live. Not sure yet. Just for a few minutes. But we want to follow up on the interview that we did with Mary Fagan Keene, and then hopefully we will also have some video from the site of the Corpsewood Manor murders way back in the day. Not much left there, but we're going to get some video, audio, something from there hopefully today. So we'll see. That's the plan anyway. We will see how it goes. But 2026 is almost here. It is almost upon us, and we hope that you're ready for it because it's fast approaching, and we hope that you will have a great 2026. Some would say goodbye 2025 has been a challenge, and it has been a challenge. It has been a challenge in our family. That's just life. But I would say that 2025 has probably been the greatest challenge. It's been the greatest reward this year. It has been the greatest of challenges as well. So, every day is a new opportunity to be blessed of the Lord, and we are blessed every single day. So we'll see. I don't know. We'll see just how how those things go. I'm hoping for, my hope is that 2026 will see some restoration of a couple of things. My wife's health, for one, to see her health improve. We took a hit this year on that, and we have she's maintaining, but it has caused a lot of change for us in our family. And then for one of our children has been a very challenging year. But as I said, every day is a gift, and we cherish every day, and we thank God for it. And we thank God for you. We thank you for being a faithful follower of the Southern Fried Patriots podcast, or Wolf Nation, or Cornbread Nation. They all come under the same umbrella, but we have different entities, as well as Cornbread Nation Radio. We kicked that off this year. We have, with all the changes, we haven't been able to push that as hard as we would like. That will change in the new year. We do have a 24/7 internet radio station that goes. We have programming up, but we want to go live there more and include it in the live shows, and that will happen this year more and more. And that's pretty cool, though. I enjoy those kinds of things, as well as some other things that we're wanting to kick off this year. Wolf Nation is going to be, and Cornbread Nation are really going to be driving a lot of things, and we're happy about that. So very happy about it. Hey, this is brought to you by the Wolf Nation coffees, our new logo. Same great tasting coffee, but Biscuit Boy has just loved the flavors, the different blends that we have. He hasn't tried all of them, but he's tried many of them so far. He was even commenting last night, the Bali Blue blend, which I haven't had in a while. I got another sample pack in, and he said, "Wow, that's some good coffee." But he says that about each one, and so we're not making this stuff up. And when we give you those opportunities to get that, remember that shipping is included in the cost. So when you see, good morning and hello, those of you on YouTube as well. When you see those flash up, when you go to the stores, our store, which is connected to our Shopify store, and you do shop for those coffees, the cost, whatever you see, that's shipping included, and you get 5% off on that. We'll have a savings that will pop up, and you can click into that. I think put your email or something, and the system will just track you, and it will let you know. And these are just some of the blends that are listed on the screen. We have teas as well, and I think altogether there's about 40 different blends between the coffees and the teas. And I haven't even tried the teas. That's one of the things I've never been a big tea person, but we wanted to offer it. and I'm going to try one. I guess if I was going to try one today, what would it be? I would say the Earl Grey, and simply for the reason that's what Captain Picard always ordered on Star Trek Next Generation. I've never had it, but it's the one tea that I'm really kind of familiar with. So I would say I would probably try the Earl Grey tea, and we do offer that. So, but there's some other ones as well. But it is unseasonably warm these last 2 days. We're supposed to hit like 70 degrees today. It's crazy. Within a few days, the low will be 22, but it's like 70 degrees and the low of like 51 or something like that. Crazy warm weather right now. We went through a cold snap just previous to that, and it was pretty dang cold for us. Now we don't get like the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field. We don't get cold like that. If you remember those NFL films, but we do get get cold, and pretty cold. But this is crazy weather. If anybody like got something for cold weather, for Christmas, they're putting that out. They're putting that up for a bit because it was last night. I haven't run my air in the studio in a while, but it wasn't to that point yet. But maybe a fan getting close. Being that it was nighttime when we were in the studio, it was fine. I've been up during the day. I would have probably ran a fan for some airflow. That's how warm it has been. I can't believe it. But I remember a couple of Christmases that were like that. Like, as kids, we were running around in shorts, t-shirt, playing, games or riding bikes or doing all the stuff as kids, or with my kids just outside passing the football or something. And you felt like it was, if you felt like it was, May or April, May, somewhere in there. But, it'll change, and then we'll freeze out again. But hopefully this heat will burn out some things. But anyway, pray for us as we journey today. And we do go to the grave. If you're not familiar with Little Mary Fagan, you can get that. I would go to the Little Mary Fagan website that her great niece runs, and it has all the factual information there that you need. And then buy her book. It's a very affordable book, and it is a lot of information. It is her first book, and all the updates together. It is 500 pages long. I've not even started yet. In fact, I think I do. I have it in the studio. This is the one that the book that she wrote, and you can see that. So, and then you can see on the back is her, and that's a pretty current picture, yeah. And then obviously the picture of her great aunt. But this is an amazing story. We're hoping to go to her grave today. And as I said, lay flowers. And they have someone through the foundation that maintains the grave because she doesn't live in the area anymore. She still lives in Georgia, but not right in the area. But we still want to go down. There's always some knucklehead could trash it. If we see that, we'll clean it up while we're there. So that is the plan. Biscuit Boy be picking up the Cornbread Man, and we will go southward, a little further, deep south, and go down to the old Marietta City Cemetery. I don't remember what it's called, but that's what I call it. And there's some other unique graves that are there, but in there. And when I was there last time, they didn't have the plaque up that they did because they changed the historical sign that's right outside the cemetery. I didn't know they did that because it's been a number of years since I'd been there. And but they inside at the plots, they have several plots. Someone donated to them, so they have like 15 family plots there. They put their own plaque up, and so it's like the historical plaque that they have. They changed that. They changed the wording of it to make it sound much more about the killer and then about her who is the victim here and the one who was raped and murdered. But the family took care of that on the plaque that's at the grave. Praise God. I love that. Don't let them get away with that stuff. They're always trying to, just listen. I always say this: history is history. Just tell it like it is. It's got its pretty sides. It's got its very ugly sides. It's got its humorous sides. But it is what it is. And I heard the president say, Vice President, J.D. Vance say this statement that we no longer had to apologize for being born white. Mr. Vice President, I have never apologized for that. I have no white guilt. I didn't do anything to anybody. I am a sinner saved by grace. I do not in any way feel in any way towards anything that happened previously. I didn't do it. That's just as well as I didn't do anything great. If I had an ancestor who did something great, I recognize, hey, that's pretty interesting. But I didn't do it. I don't have anything to do with it. And there, if you look into your history and someone did something wrong, even very wrong, and you will find that you got your horse thieves and everything else. And maybe you had people that did things. Most of my family was very poor. They didn't have power. They were poor. But I just this whole idea that you are being ashamed of who you are. No, God made me who I am. By the grace of God, I am who I am, and I want to be better each day under His blessings and forgiveness and strength and mentorship and leading and all that stuff we could say. But I have never apologized for who I am. I've apologized for my own actions, because we make mistakes. But as far as being born who I am, I'm going to apologize for that. Bad terminology. I get what he's trying to say, but I don't like that. Did you apologize for being born white, Mr. Vice President? I have not. I have always refused that, and that's just hatred. That's hatred by some group that wants to make you feel bad. No, I didn't do anything to anybody. In fact, I feel like I've done a lot. Tried to do a lot of good in my life for people. And I reject that mentality and that statement 100%. You can't go more. People say 110%. You got 100%. I can't go more than that. But do I I feel bad about things that happened to the people? Sure. I mean, we look back in history and we can look at many people groups and individuals of every persuasion, of every background, and we can find injustices done. Absolutely. Well, you study that and hope we do not repeat the sins of the past. But to say I feel bad or for what I am, that's absolutely crazy. I don't feel bad for who I am or anything like that. I reject that. I reject it 100%, as I said. Well, we again hope that you have great plans for the weekend. I am looking forward to a nice weekend. Again, the weather's going to stay really warm over the weekend. Of course, church and there's a lot of football. Well, some football coming up, and then leading up to the first which will be a lot of football, deciding who will play in the college football championship and all that. Most of those games on the first, one on New Year's Eve. And of course, NFL football is in full swing. Interesting games going on. Teams that are not going to make it and teams that are still trying to make it. We'll be covering that on the sports show. And this week, because we're off, I think we're still doing the sports and racing show on Monday. Yes. And on Monday, yes, it is Monday because we have an interview with Scott Smith, a dirt track driver. And we've got some interviews coming up. Shout out to Dean, the Chaser. The Chaser. He's a big fan of Chase Elliott, but we call him the Chaser because he goes after the interviews and stories and all that. I've been picking at him and called him Bubba. But anyway, we have an interview that night and many interviews to come. But thankful to him for give him some things to do, take ownership, and he is taking it, and he is doing it. I'm a big believer in that. Bringing someone along, giving them a job to do, and then advising them, helping them, but watching them grow. And we've been working on his growth for over a year. Pretty soon I'm gonna make him sit in the director's chair, the captain's chair, captain's log, and we will start date and we'll start his learning. I've been teaching him a little bit about how to bring up the strings. I'm gonna put him in the captain's chair and let him do that and get practice at doing that. So one day he could just walk in and do it if he needed to. He would know how to do that. Isn't it ridiculous that if you ever, and I've been a trainer my whole life. I've trained people. Everybody always is a trainer, right? Even if that's not your job code, we'll say, or job title. We're all trainers in life. It may have been that we were looking after, our brothers and sisters. Maybe we were the oldest. I was the oldest in my family. and you teach those younger than you about proper ways to act or whatever, because you're the oldest, and your parents turn things over to you. They're busy too, so look after your brothers and sisters or whatever. So that, or on a job that you did, you're at one day, the first day you're the new guy or gal, but leading on down the road, you're going to become, you're going to be training, and if you work in restaurants, it doesn't take long. You're probably the most veteran person there. So you train people, and in your life, you train people. I am now a training manager, and I'm thankful to be that for the company I work for. But you train, kids, grandkids, but you train people. And here's what I was going to say with that. I always thought it was ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous, that some people will not teach everything they know. They hold back parts because they feel like it gives them an edge, a little power over you, and they won't teach you. That's stupid. If you don't teach people and train people how to do things, how are you going to get better? Because everybody has great ideas, and the person you're training today, I always wanted give everybody the information I have, and then hopefully they'll teach me some things. And as I was saying yesterday, I was talking to Miss Kim. She was, and thankful to her. She was blessing. She was in our stream. She didn't broadcast yesterday. She stayed the whole show in our chat, and thankful for that. She goes live on her show this morning in 13 minutes. And if you're on Rumble, Kim's Coffee Talk, give her a follow. Go watch her. She'll be on for an hour, I guess, or something like that, hour and a half. I'm not sure, but she starts at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time on Rumble. And you'll give her a follow. But I was telling her, I learned from hey, James, I learned from your channel. I learned from you. That's the thing. We all learn from each other. Here's another person you can learn from. Many things. It's James at Empty Pockets Podcast, found on YouTube and Rumble. I know he's on those two. I'll learn from him. We all are teachers in life and students, and we learn. I never understood why anyone. Well, I get it's a narcissistic attitude, is you don't want to share what you know. But don't you hate that when you're training with someone and they hold back? They there's information missing, and they always want to they'll hold back something, so you have to come ask them every time, and they won't show you how to do it. They'll do it very quickly or keep their back to you. So that's stupid. That there are people like that in life. I make it a mission in life to learn what they know. I'll find another way to learn it. It is a great community, and we all are teachers and students, and we try to help. Hello, good morning to you, Caitlin Ramirez. My day is going great so far. Hey, I'm on this side of the dirt. I feel good today. I'm here with you. I've got a cup of coffee and some water, and I have you who comes by and says, "Hey, how's your day going?" I am blessed. The Lord has blessed me mightily, and I am thankful. So my day so far, my day is going really well. I hope yours is as well. I hope your Christmas was a real blessing. We didn't even get to open all of our presents. Our whole day was discombobulated, but family here, family there. We still have things to do on that. James says, I am an open book. Unfortunately, I am a tech idiot. No, you're not, bro. But you're learning. That may not be your forte. That may not be your main skill, but you are learning, man. You have gotten in there and you have worked real hard. I wish I had coffee, but it's 3:19 a.m. in my city. I understand. I wake up a lot around that 3-ish time, even if I'm getting up early. I guess as I've gotten older, I always feel like I'm going to oversleep, even if I have my alarm set every day. Although I'm usually a guy that can wake up at a certain time. That 3 o'clock, I'm usually cruising the internet I'll catch some news. I'll catch a couple of podcast things, and I'll stay up about 30 or 45 minutes and go back to sleep. It's like an everyday thing. And so, no, I don't have coffee at that time. I'll just usually lay there and I need to go to sleep. Remember the commercial? I've got to make the donuts. And the guy's, getting up early to go make the donuts, but he's doing them in his sleep and everything else way before. It's 5. That's right, James. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. An old expression. But I learned a lot from James. Hey, he's funny. I learned how to react. If you have, you're eating cookies. Oh, cool. Well, that's a cool thing to do at 3:19 or 3:20 a.m. I kind of like that. I hope they're good cookies, you know. But I learned from James how to react if 30,000 people invade your city and cats go missing. I don't know what that feels like, but I learn from James. He teaches me how I ought to feel and what to do about it. So I do get that from him, and many other things. He's a mechanic. James is a mechanic. I am that guy as a mechanic, James. I feel like I'm a mechanic idiot. I can do minor things. I like to watch the guy that's on socials. What's his name? You know, he goes around, he fixes people's cars all the time. It helps them out on the side of the road and stuff. He does videos all day long. And I get caught watching, and I like watching the people interaction part, but I really like watching him working on stuff, and I learn stuff all the time as he's taking stuff apart, replacing stuff. Um, you know, I think that's pretty cool. What do I do for a living? Well, I do a couple things. I am a training manager at the company I work for. So we train people, new hires, people that are changing jobs, and well, I'm glad you're here. Give us a like and a follow and a share and all that good stuff, so you can keep up when we go live. We would like for you to come back. But I'm a training manager. I also do a little security, and I am a content creator for Rumble. So all those things. So I do a little bit of everything, and it's not for a living. It is a passion. I am a pastor as well. Small church, mountain church, and just love. I have great people, and so we preach the gospel every week too. So love that. That's one of those things. You know, it's just a blessing. There's no other way to say it. I'm honored, deeply, forever honored. This sinful guy that makes mistakes in life. James James says, "I speak my opinion for a living." Awesome. You have arrived then, man. My man, if you can do that for a living, that's great. Did anybody see the Christmas photo of the Bidens? And I don't want to be cruel or anything like that. I listen. I politically, I don't like anything about the Bidens at all. But you know, I feel bad for little Navy, who still is being dissed as a grandchild of the Bidens. But if you look at the Christmas photo of the Bidens, Joe's kind of hidden behind everybody. You can only see part of his face. You know, uh, they always do this guy wrong. I opened my presents on December 24th. Oh, okay. Oh man. Oh man. You know, I'm always been a Christmas Day kind of guy for opening presents. Um, you know, I do one present on the 24th. One present. Let me put that up there. Yes. And but everything else is on Christmas Day. Everybody has a different tradition, you know. But I don't know. Some people do a lot of that on the 24th. Someone. I hope you got a lot of good stuff, you know. Cool stuff. I hope you had a great opening present time. Do you have a big family, small family? Hopefully you had a lot of folks that you were able to do that with. Uh, New Year's Eve live show after that one, I would probably get canceled. Surely not, my man. Although, James, you are one of the few people I know who had a program taken down on Rumble. I didn't know that was possible. Um, Corn Pop was a bad dude. He ran with some bad boys. You know, you have a small family. Well, you know, still you have family, and that's all that matters is you have some family. My dad's side of the family is pretty large, but as far as the family that I have, we're a little smaller. Some people have passed, and my sister lives out of town now, way out of town. She lives in Nevada. Nevada. She always gets on to me how I say it. I want to say Nevada. She goes, "It's Nevada, brother. It's Nevada." And so she's about like you then. So she's about 3 hours behind us, I believe. So she's My sister is not a morning person, by the way, so I wouldn't want to have to wake her up at 3 something in the morning and talk with her either. I just don't think. Oh, you had that happen twice, James? Wow, double your pleasure. One for the money, two for the show. I live in the great state of Georgia. The great state of Georgia. It is a great state. We just have some knuckleheads in it that do some things. I am in what is known as extreme northwest Georgia. I am so extreme northwest Georgia. I'm almost in Tennessee, but I'm still Georgia. I live in a little town, Rossville. We call it Ross Vegas, Georgia, right outside of a famous military battlefield called the Chickamauga battlefield. So what time is it, Georgia? It is 6:26 a.m. 6:26 a.m. is what I show on the clock here. I am here and so yeah, you're way west of me then if you're at 3 something. So James, are you on Central Time? You're on Central Time right there. Or are you on Eastern Time? I don't know. All my kids, he said, are visiting their kids out of town this Christmas. I have $4. I didn't know that about you. I didn't know you had 4. 7 grandchildren and 4 great grandchildren. Boy, you have definitely did your part, and you're on Eastern. You have definitely did your part to multiply the earth, and I appreciate that. Be fruitful and multiply. And James says from the Eastern Time Zone, your city is San Jose. All right, San Jose. Never been there. I've been to a lot of cities out that way, but not San Jose. Well, blessings to you. Thank you for, I think that's the first time, as far as people who have checked in with us, you get the award. You are the first person from San Jose to ever check in with our podcast. And we thank you so much for doing that. That's a blessing. I need a map. I need to get a map and a world map in the studio and pin stuff. We've had people here lately, this week. This week we've had 2 people from Germany check in with us. One of those was in Hamburg, but we've had people in Russia and France and South Africa and India, different places. But I need to put the push pins on the maps for the places I can remember before it gets any more. Because in the U.S. it's all over the place. But I do remember a lot of the cities, including James's, which is Springfield, or is that Haiti North? James, is your city Haiti North? You are now a destination zone. When someone leaves the island, they say, and next stop, folks, is Springfield, Ohio. The Jetson spaceship comes flying over, lowers down, and some people get off. Welcome to your new home. James, one of your citizens here, is helping to pay all of the expenses for you being here in Springfield, Ohio. We had the midnight flights here. We had flights that came in the middle of the night. And it was almost, it's on purpose. Like they did that. Oh, yeah, the Haitian vacation destination. Folks, we can go. Today we're going to visit the beautiful city of Springfield, Ohio. Home of, what is Springfield known? What is it? The home of what? It's the home of James. That's big enough right there. It's the home of James from Empty Pockets Podcast. But if I was going to visit your city today, the Chamber of Commerce, we could ask the same of San Jose. What is it is the home of what? For Chattanooga, we could say, oh my goodness, it is actually, we are a sister city of a city in Germany as well. I think here Chattanooga is not my city. James is from northern Port-au-Prince. You go far enough north, you'll meet James, brother James, in the northern quadrant of Port-au-Prince. Does that make you the warlord here? James is the warlord over northern Port-au-Prince. You are known as the International Tractors and Springfield Tire Company. I just learned something, and that's my goal every day. And I've learned that. I did not know that. International Tractors and Springfield Tire Company. What would Rossville is known as? Oh my goodness, what is? Well, we're known as the home of John Ross, who was Indian removal agent. Basically, he ran the outpost or the post office or whatever. That's one of the things we're known for. Uh, people, I don't know, not a good thing, I think. In San Jose, our sunset is at sunrise or sunrise. You mean 7:20? Well, you know how far from it then. Six. Yeah. Well, you do because that's 3 hours away. For here, it would be coming up. The Haitian Pimp. Do you give tours, James? Like you're on the double decker bus. They say you're for your first day in northern Port-au-Prince. James is your driver, or he's not the driver. You're the guy with the microphone, and you're riding around the double decker, and you've got the little microphone. Good morning, folks. I'm James. I'm your guide to your new city. Is it Bart Simpson from Springfield? I don't know that. I really don't know that, Watchman. I'm not sure on that. Someone that I never really watched The Simpsons, so I'm familiar with it, but I can't answer the question if it was from Springfield. But yeah, the home of that's cool. We just don't have. We do have some history here, but I guess it would for Rossville. If it was Chattanooga, I could say anymore. But Rossville is the home. That's the John Ross. I mean, it's that historically was. We don't have a Rossville's business has been bad in Rossville for some time, so we lost any business we had. But it's a small city, so it is the home of. Rossville straddles two states because you have the Tennessee side of Rossville as well, and it looks rough. Let me tell you, it's like going from the USA. Ooh, I shouldn't say this, but it's like going from the USA to Port-au-Prince. No, but I do give discounts. Do I have pets? My granddaughter who lives with me has a little dog named Coco, who is a Chihuahua something mix, and she is she's a mess. My granddaughter's away to see family. Hopefully, be back today. The dog doesn't know what to do with itself until she's back. Do you have pets? And don't forget on Tuesday nights, Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have our pet show called Southern Claws and Paws. And James says the Simpsons are in Springfield, Missouri. Okay. Different place altogether. Springfield, Missouri. I like Missouri. It's a beautiful state. Especially you get out there around some of the vacation areas of Missouri, and beautiful. I believe I could live there. I believe I could live there around outside of Branson. There's a couple of there is just absolutely beautiful. The landscapes are awesome. Caitlin has a German Shepherd and a small Chihuahua. What a mix. I bet they're best of friends too. Although I bet that Chihuahua barks louder than that German Shepherd all the time, or at least more. Mine, dogs, we talk about this on the pet show. Dogs, have amazing hearing. My studio is behind the house. She is usually up in my granddaughter's bedroom, and that's her little, cubby hole. And when I step out of the studio in the morning, I can be very quiet. When I step out of the studio, she can hear that, and she will bark. Start barking a little bit. She knows I'm coming up. But I swear it, just opening the door to the studio, she'll chirp a couple of times to let me know that she knows that I'm headed that way. It just cracks me up. I'm like, I tested it one time. I was as quiet as a mouse. I mean, I was thinking I am super quiet here, and she still barked. And she don't bark the whole time. So she's here. She knows I'm coming out to come up. Crazy. Maybe she's got it down to a time, but I think she hears. We are now home of the barbecue. Oh my gosh. Siamese twin on a stick. You shouldn't say that. That's horrible. Yeah, the guard dog. That's right. She's guarding my. She's got my six. I have our dog, and we have two neighbor dogs, and so when we're going to build a deck on the front of this thing, it's going to be noisy. Well, the dogs will bark when we're outside in the backyard, which is my front yard in the studio. They will get to barking, and it just like shut up. We're just it's like sometimes just because a dog can be cute, but dogs are like humans in many ways. They can be stupid too. I've said this. It's like you would think that a dog would have the intelligence to know that, oh, not a threat. I know who this is. I don't need to bark. Well, we don't have very high IQ dogs around us. And they're great dogs. I'm not putting dogs down. I'm just saying they're not very bright. I mean, they're not. And they bark even though they know you. Guard dog, a true guard dog, should be letting you know there's a threat. Approaching somebody new, you don't know who they are, animal, people, threat, whatever. These dogs just bark at the wind. I mean, you step outside. Okay, listen, you know me. You know my scent. You know my sound. And you're still barking. That's dumb. Oh, buy one, get one free plus a special food. You are killing me this morning, man. Absolutely killing me. Oh my gosh. The Springfield, Ohio ambassador. I could just see this tour bus pull up. A tour bus. It gets out, and James is at the Chamber of Commerce. He has, it's one of those that has the oversized chair out front that you can sit in, and they come in and they say, "Hey, we're from out of town." Like we don't know that when you're from out of town. James is the guy behind the counter, giving out flyers for local attractions. He says, "Oh, you don't want to miss now. You don't want to miss. We now have a new attraction." I better not even say it. But if your dog barks, you better beware. If my dog barks, you better beware. Oh, that means there's trouble coming. Like the dog, that means the dog knows there is a threat. So it's letting you know. Caitlin says my German Shepherd howls when he hears fire trucks sirens. Yeah, bark at the moon. I'll tell you though, in the summertime, before it gets really hot, people have got their windows up. I have stepped out of the studio late at night, and James, you're killing me, man. So I can step out, and one dog will bark, and I'll just give a little bark back, and it sets the whole neighborhood going. And I know I can just feel the energy of the neighborhood getting intensifying as all these dogs are barking. I'll sort of stir that pot a little bit. Woo, woo, woo. That's all it takes. And the whole neighborhood, every dog on the block, every dog, and all these people got their windows up because it's so nice out. And they've got to be thinking, shut up. I've got to go to work. The mental image of that, the mental I will not be able to get that out of my mind. Thank you, James. I absolutely will never be able to get that mental image out of my brain now. Thank you very much. And I don't even know what the official ceremonial dress is, but I got a pretty good idea. Oh my goodness. I've got to tell Biscuit Boy about that. Wow. I'm done. My brain has no other good thoughts now. It's over. Oh man. Oh well, thank you for your public service to your city, James. I think people going by putting their hands over their kids' eyes. Mommy, who is that guy? We don't know. We just can't let you look. I wish I had it too. Well, at 3 o'clock, I wouldn't have had this energy. It took the other 3 hours to get it. Actually, I woke up at 5:20, which is a little late for me. Actually, I'll try to get up around 5 or a little before 5. We even fly the Haitian flag all over town to give you the feeling of being in Haiti. We even go around shooting guns in the air, so you will know where you are. Well, you want to make them feel at home, man. I mean, Papa. Yeah. Oh man. Oh man, that is just killer, man. Oh man. And now, folks, we're going to have to get our weapons. Yeah, as you do the tour, you have to give out like you hand everybody a 50 cal, and you say, just in case when we enter certain parts of the city, we might have to return fire. There's little turret holes in the bus, the double decker. You got some on top. They have a different angle to the threat. They can get over some areas and see in behind fences and stuff. And yeah, you have to be ready because streets can close down as people cut you off and they try to stop the bus to do a shakedown. you got to blast your way through. So everybody be ready. We have to have a firearms class to make sure you know how to fire your weapon. Oh my gosh! Good morning, Barry. I think I'm about crying. I've laughed so hard. That thought is just not gonna go away, folks. And if you don't know, James's city has been invaded, and weird things have been happening in his city ever since. So James is like the watchman on the wall. He's not the watchman for you. We can't take that title from watchman, but he is the watchman on the wall. We even give classes on how to fill out a voucher to get free taxpayers' money from one of our local 1,000 NGOs. Oh, and today's class is how to get freebies. Now, as you're going through the city, you give off a few ceremonial shots as a thanks for all the free stuff that those people are paying for. That's trying to get some sleep so they can go to work to make more money for the cause. Oh man. Oh yeah. I loved it when some of the guys, the podcasters and different ones would go down to the border and they would try to talk to those NGOs and the people standing in line. And the NGOs would they would tell the people in different languages, don't talk to those people. I'm just here asking questions. What's wrong with it? Welcome to America kind of stuff. And they get mad. Don't talk to those people. Like they're evil or something. I'm just a citizen down here asking questions. But yeah, you have them set up in your city. The buses pull up or they come in on the airport, or the buses pull up to an area and they go in and they got their freebie bag. They get their first set of gift cards, refillable cards that they refill it every month. Free healthcare, all that good stuff. I just have that mental image of who was it, Eddie? Eddie Murphy. Welcome Welcome to America. Oh, we have to laugh or we go crazy. Well, we're blessed. So we've got. I don't remember Watchman City. He's like backwoods Georgia. I don't remember the city he's in. Was it Royston? Royston? You're right outside of Royston, right? Elon. And then we got San Jose and Springfield in the house. And James is killing us this morning. James says there's an estimated over 30,000 Haitians in Springfield within the last 4 years. So you're running outside of Athens, Georgia. That's bulldog country for you folks that don't know. The big G behind me, you see it. Georgia. That's God's country. Amen. I used to go. Hey, Watchman, I forgot about this. There used to be a place. You could go down there, the Broad River, I think it's called. We used to canoe down the Broad River. There was a canoeing company down there, and it was run by a dad and his daughter. And they told us the people down there in that area, they hated their guts because they were different. The girl was all tatted up and everything. They were really nice people, but they had a campground and a canoe company, and they would you set off at their campground, and you would canoe all day long. They would pick you up that evening. Like we stopped at every rock on the Broad River. I think it's a Broad River. We went down there a couple of times and did that. That's about 30 miles outside of Athens. I cannot remember that area because there is nothing there except him and this house that doubles as a restaurant. They turned their kitchen into a restaurant, and they would have all you can eat fish. And that was, if you had to drive 30 miles to get to a gas station. I'm telling you, man, crazy stuff. I don't remember where that was at. Alpha 29 Highway, Broad River. Yeah, I've been there, man. I've been there. I had a lot of fun down there, man. That has been a long time ago. I would say that's been 25 years ago that we did that. 2025. For sure. It's a little more than 20, I know. James, you have a blessed day, and make sure that you make sure that everybody pays up. No hiding money now. I remember that. What was it? It was one of the Dirty Harry movies where the guys said, "You know me." He goes, "Yeah, I know you." That's before the Drano. If you remember that movie, without being too expressive here. Young minds in the house, So I was, but you remember the Drano scene? Yeah, I know you. not the shade of person, but that'd be James out there checking. Yeah, you're holding back on me. I know you. Dang right, I know you. Oh, James, you're a blessing, man. James is a really cool dude, and one of the great content creators on Rumble. He is a mechanic by trade for a long time, and used to do. I don't know if he ever does anymore. Mechanic shows, but he just does a lot of talking now, and he's good at it, and he has a sense of humor that I can really appreciate. He has that good dry sense of humor that just cracks me up. But he's a super dude, super cool dude. And y'all give him a follow. And again, if you don't have a Rumble app, my question would be, why? When all these other ones, cut off your ability to see truth or anything or free speech, get the Rumble. It's a free app. You can deal with the ads. You don't have to have, later on, if you like it, you can go premium and cut out those ads. And and you can, I'm telling you, there are so many great creators on Rumble. So just make it a part of your social media little app family. You got to have more than one. And if you're going to have one, it should be Rumble anyway. But if you're going to have those other guys, you better make sure Rumble is a part of your app family. And I say that not just because I'm there. It's the dang truth. We have is a special place with special people. and I make new friends all the time. I can tell you that on some of the others, they're not kind. They're not friendly. There's no help. In fact, they're try to be detrimental to your program, to what you're doing. Some of them, and very very ugly. Don't find that on Rumble. Don't find that. I've not seen it. If it's there, I haven't seen it. But yeah, give Empty Pockets podcast a follow, and he tells it like it is. So, but in a funny way. So don't have sensitive ears, we'll say. When you walk in, don't be like, what? He said what? And then you'll learn all the other ones too. There's a bunch of good ones there. This morning, when we end the program, we would do a raid on Kim's Coffee Talk on the Rumble side, because she's awesome people as well. And we like to raid her channel in the mornings. I don't think, James, do you ever broadcast early? I know you come into programs and you go into programs early, but I find I love that we do early on Rumble, because I find that there's not a lot of what I would call really good early programs. Kim is the best. Kim's Coffee Talk, without a doubt. But there are a few others I haven't really. Some of them are really big ones. Big. Hundreds of thousands of followers and stuff, or 1.5 million or something. But as far as, normal size, what I call small size like me, you don't find a lot. We find a lot throughout the day, but mornings is not, there's not a lot of them. And I find that, that's probably good for us that we do a morning program. So we've picked up a few people along the way who are looking for that. They get up early, like Miss Caitlin. She's up at, now it's 3:52 or whatever, where she's at San Jose, and cruising the internet. So we're live. This is not a recording, and so I think it plays well that we do the early show. I've always enjoyed. We didn't do the early shows when we first started. We didn't do it. That was something I suggested. We hadn't been going but a couple 3 months. So I think we need to do a morning show. And now it's pretty much 5 days a week. There are some days that I miss. If things happen, don't feel good. I've got to get up early and be at work really early. And it kind of, I'm not going to come on at 4 o'clock in the morning. It's just, I don't do that. But if all things being equal, now eventually I would hope that if I can't be, I will have one of the co-hosts that will do that. So we'll work on that. Biscuit Boy or Dean or somebody will come in and do the show. But yeah, I'd be looking for restreams this week. I'm going to restream the interview with Miss Mary Fagan Keene as well. That interview I'm going to put back out there. So I'll be looking for that to happen, as well as a couple other shows. If you didn't find us last night, Wolf Nation and Cornbread Nation back to back, Jack. That's a lot of fun. That's becoming a very fun night for the podcast. I don't know what I'm going to do tonight. We've got a lot of stuff going on today. I will definitely be on. I don't know what time. I've got stuff scheduled, but today I'll probably change that, adjust that a little bit, because we're going to be in motion today if things go the way they're supposed to. And I'm not sure what time I'll be home. So thank you, Watchman. And all credit goes to Miss Mary. And, we danced on the edge with a couple of the other places that we streamed to with that interview. I am shocked that we didn't get struck for a week, just because I know how it is. But nothing happened. I'm thankful. We come under the radar or something. But if you're not familiar with the story, go to her website or just type in a little Mary Fagan. You will see her name, Mary Fagan Keene. And if you don't know this young lady's story, we can't forget it. We have to always share what happened to her, and not to make ourselves sad. We just can't stick our head in the sand. We have to realize what the enemy is doing, what the enemy has done. We have to fight the good fight, and that's staying knowledgeable about what even today they're still doing and trying to dismiss this young lady's story. Absolutely. And we have to be watchmen on the wall for that. Just don't take that line down. Fight the good fight, as I like to say. Hey, whoa, boy, pepper sauce. Hey, welcome. We've met you guys before. Y'all got some great stuff. We need to get you up on the podcast. Tell about your stuff. That whoa, boy, pepper sauce. That's some good stuff now over on Instagram. Thanks for stopping by. We definitely need to have you guys up with some whoa, boy. Whoa, that's cool. I love going to festivals, and we've met some great folks at festivals, and some of the hardworking Americans. I mean, hardworking Americans. The kind of people that have a career, then the weekends and the nights and all that, they're doing something else just because you know what they want to, and they love what they do. I've had people ask me, "Why do you do this?" Like almost like a smart aleck response. Well, why do you do this? Well, number one, because I want to. And that is the freedom we have in America, right? We still have that. I can do it because I want to. And and I like to use the expression, it's none of your business. It's none of your business. It's America. I ain't got to explain myself. It's like getting pulled over. Where you headed? None of your business. I ain't got to tell you that. Did I do something illegal? I'll answer for that. But I ain't got to tell you where I've been or where I'm going. That's none of your business. And we say that respectfully. Or if we have to, we can say that a little bit different ways. It's none of your business. But people say, like, what do you do that for? You're this or you're that or whatever. No, you do it because you want to. You work hard at it. And it's not work. If you love what you do, it's not work. It's not work. Somebody asked me one day, why do you broadcast so much? My gosh, you're on all the time. Because I want to. If I didn't want to, I wouldn't do it. There's nobody forcing me in the studio to say, well, you got to go on at this time. Get in your seat. No, I do it because I want to. If I didn't want to, wouldn't be here. It's not work. There's a lot of work in it because of anything you do, you want to do it well. There's work, but you do it because you want to. Yes, Watchman. Well, sure. Yeah, they're afraid of censorship. And I have no doubt we've had no problem since, by the way, with Instagram. None. I'm telling you, we got on the wrong side of it, but they didn't suspend us or anything, but they didn't like that program. There is no doubt. There was enough. The bots picked up on something. They didn't like that interview. And you know what? I don't care. And I don't have my other book. The Corpsewood Murder book. Miss Amy Petula is going to be on the program. I think we're going to record it. I don't think we're doing live just because it's an odd time. We're going to record that on January. It might go live. I think it's on Monday. What is that date? January 5th. I believe that is. We'll have more information about it. I do have it on my notebook, and I believe that is January 5th. I was shooting for a different date, so I had two dates down. And but she is going to be with us January the 5th. And it's a Monday, I believe. And we're going to do that like at 1 p.m. It's going to be like I'm going to have to take off a half day or something from work, and we're going to do that. I'm looking forward to that. She's an amazing person. Author. She does ghost tours in Chattanooga. And I need to get up. I told her I want to get past Christmas. They're doing full weeks right now. She normally just does weekends, but they do a Friday night tour. Right now, an early week, I might go do early week because they're doing some that are like Monday, Tuesday, or something like that. But I'd like to go see. They've got one main one they're doing right now, and I'm going to do that. And Southern Shadows. Let me not forget these fine folks. I've got to contact her as well. Let me give a little plug here. In Chickamauga, Georgia, the Southern Shadows. Miss Courtney, I've got to have her back on the history show as well. They do some in Chickamauga, and I'm going to contact her next week. I'm gonna do a couple. I'm gonna do a couple for that. I told them I was going to, and I'm going to, and I need to stop by this afternoon and see if I can't catch her in the shop. And she's got a couple of books too, or more than two, I think. But I get merch out of them. And by the way, Biscuit Boy, So thankful. What a blessing it is. I gave my wife a wonderful flower, him and his dear wife. And they got me a nice mug for Christmas and some mints and stuff. Thank y'all. That's a blessing. A man who is rich, who has friends. And Dean, I've got it over on the the counter. He got me a coffee mug as well, and it has some nice stuff on it. And I appreciate all the people who are a blessing in our life, and all of you are a blessing. You're a blessing because you're here, and that's awesome. Well, and I purposely didn't cover any news or anything today. Kind of recovery day. It's you know what? Hey, it's Friday. We're the day after Christmas. Everybody's tired. It's been a lot going on. When will I have Lynn on the show? I we got to get Lynn's speech back. She couldn't talk. She can look, she can wave, but she can't talk. She can only say a couple of words. They're very short words, and it's still a struggle for her. So I'll pray for my wife. But my wife is not much for videos and stuff. But I think she would probably do a short few minutes if I ask her. So she's not camera. She does not like to be on camera. My wife's family, her and her mom were the same way. They didn't even like their pictures taken. I've gotten her used to that. I broke her of that by the grandchildren. I said, you want to make memories with them grandkids, and she will ham it up for the grandkids. But and Kaylee does not want to be on camera either. But we got after the first year, me and Kaylee are going to have a show that's MP3, and it's going to be she's going to give me thoughts from a teenager. You know, we're going to talk about life stuff, and she's going to give me what is going on in her world, like what all the kids are talking about, like what they feel about different things from entertainment, movies, politics, that perspective. And I can't wait for that. That's going to be cool. But it won't be on camera. It'll be audio only. And we'll air that up on our MP3 sites. We'll let you know. We're supposed to already start that. It'd probably be like a half-hour show. You know, I mean, it's about all I can pin her down. You know, she talks so much anyway. You know, she's give out. You know, I'm ready to go. I got to go call a friend or something. But Kaylee is supposed to do that. She's 13. We'll be 14 this year, and we'll probably call it something like Thoughts with Kaylee or something. I don't know. I'm not sure. Kaylee's Corner. That would be a good show. Kaylee's Corner. But maybe in the future I'll get Lynn to come on. Now I will tell you that if my youngest son, my oldest son, he's like his mom. He's been on the program, but it is torture for him. My youngest son, if we can get all his stuff straightened out, he would definitely come in the show. She would be. That's a great point, Barry. I might be able to bring her in without the camera on and let her just do audio. She does love pets, and she loves that dog of hers. She has made a video for me for the show with her dog. That's how I got her on there. But she does. You know, I got this hope. Because I have several that are around the same age. I would like to have a round table discussion with all of them. I have one that's, one of them wouldn't do it. She's super shy. She's 17. But I have one that's 15, one that's 14, 13, another girl that's 13, have one that's 10. That'd be fun. And all girls, you know, there's one guy, but, you know, that I can bring on that's close by. But all of them around, you know, from 10 to 15, that would be can you imagine the different dynamics of that? And they would do audio, they wouldn't do video. But eventually we'll get one of them talked into it. So we have also, after the first year, a holistic coach sort of a person who's going to be talking that from Cleveland, Tennessee, who is going to be on the program. We're hoping on a regular basis. We'll be talking a lot about the holistic health. That will be coming as well pretty soon. We just got to wait through the holidays. Everybody's busy, and a lot of people take breaks from any work and everything. So some people say, hey, I'm here, let's do it. Others are like, yeah, let me get past the first year. We have a ton of dirt track drivers that are coming on. Dean is working it hard. We're going to have interviews on the racing show probably at least 4 or 5 that we know that are coming on. 2 or 3 of those are already booked. A couple of them are waiting on the date. But we're going to be talking all things dirt track with Dean on the Southern Fried Racing Hour. Excited about that. I need to contact him today. Was waiting till he got through the Christmas. I will contact Chris McDaniel today. He's going to come on and talk about his ministry. And someone that we had on months ago, and I have loosely based, I think January 15th. I think that's on a Friday night. And at least that's if I remember right. It is a Friday night. I think that's the date, though. Remember John Frady that come on and sung songs that spent so many years in the South Carolina prison system? What a blessing. I'm going to try to get him and Doug and his wife on at the same time. I've got him booked. I'm going to see if it worked for Doug. It'll be a night of ministry and song on January 15th. That'll be, we'll call it on the back porch or something. We won't copy over. We'll just leave it. But we're hoping to do a back porch show live at Paul's here in the near future. So we're setting up details on that. But live from the back porch, and we're gonna have some fun with that. We'll definitely have guests popping by. I'm so blessed. Biscuit Boy has us an interview set up. We're going to do it on location with a retired brigadier general. That will be coming up early in the new year as well. Retired brigadier general, we're going to have on the podcast. I'm so blessed, and all credit goes to Biscuit Boy and setting this interview up. And I can't wait for that. Well, I got a lot of questions. First of all, we want people to tell their story, but with all that's going on in the world, I would just love to get their feelings about what's going on with that. And yes, they have. Biscuit Boy made sure that the Wolf Nation coffee was in their possession, so they are actually trying the Cowboy Blend coffee right now. So we'll get a brigadier general's retired opinion on how they felt about the coffee. Might say it's bad, boy, bad. But if you're still out there, Wool Boy, get in contact with me. Message me. You can email me at SFP podcasting and we froze a little bit. Oh, there we go. SFP podcasting at gmail.com. SFP podcasting. So there's 2 P's in there. At gmail.com or wolfnation26 at yahoo.com. Wolfnation26 at yahoo.com. Contact me. I'd love to have you up, talk about your product. I know it's good stuff. I know it's good stuff. I'd love to do that. Some people are camera shy, but we can work that out. We can work it out. Sometimes the best of the best people don't like to be on camera. They'll take a hill, but they don't want to be on camera. Shout out to Caitlin. She's probably went on back to sleep out in San Jose. Thank you for popping in this morning. James Empty Pockets Podcast. Barry from Gainesville, Georgia. Watchman for you from outside of Athens. Parts unknown. He just says outside of Athens. He's in the bunker. And everybody else, I don't know where you're from, but God bless you. You got through Christmas. It's a blessing, but we're recovering. This is the day when all the customer service lines are backed up to the door to turn in the ugly ties, ugly sweaters, the bad colored shirts, whatever, the shoes that don't fit, all that goofy stuff. You're like, oh, thanks for that. That's such a blessing to give it to me. You're like going, I've actually never done that, but there are people that do it. Or they re-gift it today and say, hey, I'm sorry, I didn't get this to you. I only got it yesterday. Oh, I just picked it up yesterday. That was Christmas. Oh, maybe it's the day before. You re-gift those things to someone. But hey, you're still being a blessing. And if you do it and they like it, that's still being a blessing. And I'm all for that. But y'all have a great day. We're going, as we go out, if you're on Rumble side, we're going to raid over into Miss Kim's because she's awesome. You are 5 minutes away from the Love Shack. Yes, made famous by the B-52s. I didn't know it was still there. I did not know that. I learned something else this morning. 5 minutes away. 5 minutes. It should be a song. 5 minutes away from the Love Shack. Sounds like a song to me. See, that's not copying anybody. You can write a song. You're a musician. You're not singing the Love Shack, but you're saying I'm 5 minutes away from the Love Shack. I was never a B-52 fan at all. At all. I will say that song is catchy, though. It's goofy, catchy. And what was the other song? Rome. That's all I know by them. That's it. The totality of what I know about the B-52s. Of course, they played that song so much. MTV wore it out. And that is their signature song. That's what everybody knows. The Love Shack by the B-52s. We ought to do that one night, Watchman. One day as a throw-in, on the music show, the Southern Fried Soundstage. We ought to have a program where we talk about the iconic song for each band. What song are they known for? Free Bird for Leonard Skinner. I don't care what anybody says. It's Free Bird. It's an old gym that the Unks have a disco like they're every other weekend. Okay, cool. Disco fever. Oh, the one thing that the Bee Gees always regretted was ever wearing those white suits with the gold medallions with the shirts unbuttoned halfway down. I remember not Barry. Barry said it, but Maurice, his name, he hated that. He said, I can't believe I did that to myself. He said that was the only time in our whole career we ever wore that was for that photo shoot. And it cursed us. Cursed us. Amazing musical family, the Bee Gees. The Gibb family. Amazing, amazing musical family. And their kids are now doing it. I mean, the KC and the Sunshine Band. Yeah. KC's all right, dude, man. He like to have some fun. He's still doing it. I think he's still out there going at it, right? They still out there shaking their booty and oh, I seen a video of the Human League not too long ago. I was thinking, it's looking a little dated right now. Bless their hearts. It's hard to maintain your looks, but it really is. I never had any, but it's hard to maintain. And one of the Human League gals, she's had a rough go. Bless her heart. I'm saying that respectfully. Bless her heart. She just looks like it's run up on some hard times health wise and stuff. But hey, she's still getting it done, and I salute that. All right, let's get out of here. I'm gonna swing. If you don't want to, you don't have to. You can opt out. But I'm gonna send for those on Rumble. We're gonna go over to Miss Kim. Shout out to her for a few minutes, and then for the rest of you, after the song ends, you will be we'll be off. But we'll be back tonight sometime tonight. We'll work that out because I still got to do my history show. With big Christmas and all, just get to it. So I got to do the history show tonight. I want to do, not got to. I want to do. We'll see you tonight. Have a great afternoon, great day. We may pop in a special live from the field. We'll see if we can get the 5G to work like it's supposed to wherever we're at. We may just do that on location. So it'd be a short video, but we'll stay on for a few minutes. And me and Biscuit Boy live on location, hopefully here in a few hours. Take care, my friends. See ya. God bless.